Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the room. We're going to talk about this forecast, which thankfully for folks like me who love, we like a little bit of a quiet weather pattern. There is a lot of quiet time in this forecast. Temperatures are going to feel pretty good for the majority of this stretch of weather. There is some showers to talk about. I don't think they're going to be terribly impactful. I think that it's going to move in at a time that's going to be convenient to most of us. So let's just dive right into it. And we'll answer questions in the comment sections as we see them pop up. Still dealing with some very mild numbers out there, especially here in Atlanta where we're in the mid-50s, 56 out Druid Hills, 46 right now in Sandy Springs. So cooler once you get outside of the city, down to 43 already in Marietta, dealing with 49 degrees out in Covington, 50 East Point. A chilly evening that is going to slide into cold territory yet again through the overnight. We should be at about 40 degrees for a morning low, and we're going to be a little bit below that as we head through the next couple of days. So that's something that you will notice, needing that jacket as you head out of the door tomorrow, but the numbers really start to improve as we head into the afternoon hours. Mostly clear skies across First Alert radar and satellite. You can see we were dealing with some clouds earlier today. There was a little bit of a short wave that moved through, but dew points have been in the teens and low 20s, so we really didn't get much of a production out of that as expected. Those numbers will gradually start to trend a little bit cooler as we head into the overnight hours. So be prepared to need that light jacket in the morning, probably using remote start for the first couple of hours of the day because it is going to be on the chilly side. But we are expecting temperatures to rebound into the mid-60s as we head into the afternoon. So really going to be gorgeous for the second half of the day. And temperatures are going to remain in very mild territory as we make our way through the back half of the work week. We are watching Thursday night into Friday morning because that's going to be our best chance of seeing some showers. A bit of a cold front is going to push into the region, not dropping temperatures a whole lot, but it is going to be noticeably cooler as we head towards Saturday specifically. And then, of course, we have to deal with a little bit of that moisture that's going to be moving through the region. The weekend is looking dry, which is great news. And Sunday is looking like the picture-perfect day to make outdoor plans. So if you're maybe trying to plan the weekend, you have friends in town trying to figure out which day is going to be best, Saturday is not going to be bad. It's going to be near 60 degrees, a little breezy, so borderline chilly for some folks. But Sunday's looking pretty good, and Sunday's looking like the clear weekend winner. I want to get you through the next 24 hours, and I do expect a lot of sunshine tomorrow. More sunshine on tap for your Wednesday versus what we saw today. Today we had clouds that pulsed through with that short wave. Going to be gorgeous in the morning, even into the afternoon. I don't expect the clouds to really return until tomorrow night, which is good news. We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. I want to take you hour by hour through the day tomorrow, noticing that temperatures are going to quickly climb into the mid-50s, already at 56 degrees by the time most of us are taking our lunch break, and getting into the mid-60s for the second half of the afternoon. Kids at the bus stop are going to really enjoy those temps. I always mention these are the type of days that you want to dress in layers. It's chilly in the morning, so you need the jacket. As we head into the afternoon, it gets a little bit more pleasant. You can shed the jacket and just go with a thin shirt that's long sleeve or short sleeve shirt because it's going to be pretty comfortable. For most of us, mid-60s isn't a terrible number. So all in all, a good day. If you have dinner plans tomorrow night, after sunset, those temperatures will gradually slide into the 50s, so just be aware. I do think that 58, 7 o'clock is par for the course. Seasonable number for this week is 59 degrees, so a little bit above average for the day tomorrow. And we're even going to get warmer as we head into Thursday. Remember how I mentioned that cloud cover moves in overnight Wednesday into Thursday? That helps us out a little bit. It essentially acts as our thermal blanket, so to speak, traps all the heat near the surface. So I actually expect milder numbers to start off the morning. You combine the clouds and that south wind together, that means that we'll be walking out the door to the low to mid 40s across most of the region Thursday morning. And the winds are going to kick up as we push into the afternoon. They'll be sustained roughly 10 to 15, but I expect wind gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour through the afternoon, and that's really going to surge that mild air in. I expect us to get into the mid to upper 60s the second half of the afternoon, and I'm going to be watching some of our southernmost communities, looking at you out in LaGrange and Thomaston, even Eatonton. I do think that those locations have the best chance of hitting 70 degrees as early as Thursday. So very mild and cloudy. You can see that there is a little bit of prefrontal showers that are trying to make its way into portions of East Alabama. I do think our evening commute Thursday will be fine. It's going to be dry, cloudy, and comfortable. But as we head into the evening hours around 8, 9 o'clock, we'll get some prefrontal pulses moving through the area. But we're actually going to be waiting for the final push along that cold front. That boundary starts to dig into northwest Georgia at around 11 o'clock Thursday night. And I think that's where our best chance to see some of those scattered showers and even maybe some rumbles of thunder will be possible here. Not expecting this to be severe because there's just not enough energy there. Nonetheless, it is going to be quite mild in the evening, so can't completely rule out a little bit of thunder and lightning. That line pushes into the metro roughly 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning Friday, and by the time folks are getting out the door, headed to work, I actually expect some clearing. I expect things to be quite dry, so no first alert weather day needed because this isn't really going to impact you other than if you're a person who's a light sleeper. A little bit of rain may keep you up. Temperatures will trend a little bit cooler on Friday as those winds are going to shift and become more northwesterly. So I expect the highs to be a degree or two cooler, not massively cooler, but we've dropped that high down to 64 degrees for us here in Atlanta. 61 in Canton, upper 50s in the North Georgia mountains, and it'll be a little bit milder further south of town. Folks in Thomaston, LaGrange, getting it to the mid to upper 60s Friday afternoon. If you're looking to make plans for the weekend, I think it's a golden one. Despite a chilly start both mornings, the afternoons look pleasant enough. The winds are going to be a bit breezy out of the northwest on Saturday, so that is going to make that 60 degrees feel a little bit cooler. It'll feel like the 50s for the bulk of the day, but I think that's still a win for this time of year. Sunday is looking gorgeous. We're going with the mid-60s right now. We may nudge that number up to closer we get to that event if we can get the winds to shift just right, but for now we're rolling with 66 degrees as an afternoon high for us here in Atlanta. Area south of town will be a little bit warmer. And then, of course, a little bit of a warming trend as we make our way through the 7-day forecast. So eventually getting into the 70s as early as Monday and Tuesday, rolling with 72 degrees by Tuesday. But guidance is hinging that we may have to nudge that number up as well. So still several days away, fine-tuning the overall regional flow. And things look pretty good for us. So all in all, this forecast is not terrible. I like it. I know you do too. The next couple of days will trend a little bit warmer. Rain chances will build into the area overnight, Thursday into Friday, and then the weekend looks pretty great. So I know there's some of you on the YouTube stream right now. Drop into the comments. Let me know what you're doing with the weekend since things are trending drier. Let me know if you have any plans, friends in town, what's going on. Any recommendations? Because I know a lot of you know what's happening. You know the spots to be, the places to go. Go ahead and drop in and give us some recommendations because a lot of our viewers would love to know about some of your favorite rituals. Otherwise, I'm going to take this 7-day forecast and bring it out full screen. Y'all are quiet tonight. I understand. I'm going to give y'all a pass. Something that I always say is that I'm going to keep you for a good time, not a long time. So we're not going to hold and stretch this out any longer than it has to be. But you guys know where you can find us. We'll have some fresh updates on these numbers tonight at 10 o'clock on Peachtree TV. And Fred Campagna is going to have that last look at 11 before you turn the TV off. You'll have a fantastic Tuesday.